Power 98.7 Podcasts.
You still on Power Life on a Wednesday with myself, Andile Gaelesiwe. And now we're going to go through these issues through the eyes of a poet. So I have in studio two gentlemen here. The one, they said to me he was Xhosa, but ngamuzwa kahle ukuthi lena insizwa yasemahlabathini, something to that effect. Zewande, BK Bhengu. So what about
Molosis?
Really? If I ask you to elaborate in Xhosa, you're not going to be able to. So yeke lapho lento yenzayo.
Ngaqhubeka nje. Ngaqhubeka sithethe.
Ungayiqhubeka.
Ngaqhubeka ngumXhosa, ndimpondo laseRidawuda mangqofoza kwamzise.
Really?
Mama mkumbonquko ukhanda uchibeni ogadla umusomatho omhletshe komjomo.
Mosha ngikwazi ukikizela man.
Hayi cha kanti nezulu ngiyashanga ubaba
ubhili. Inkinga ileyo. Usho ukuthi bengizoyithola nini yonke lento oqeda ukuyenza lana mangaba zange ngithi ningiqambela mama. Okay, so Zewande is not alone here. He's with Thobani Mntambo. Sabona now, Baba. Welcome to Power Life.
Sabona sis, how are you?
I'm awesome. So you guys are poets. Let's get down to the business of why you're here, right? You're here to break it down. Some spoken word. I love that. So, who's going first?
Oh, Mr. Zewande, I think he's gonna open
Mr.
it.
Z?
Okay, I can open. My daughter's name was Lily. And last week she turned 6 years old. And even though she has just turned 6, I still thought she was too old to still be in preschool. I mean, she was a smart girl. I never got to teach her how to be a woman in this violent world. But that Sunday morning when I did, I put her in a short blue dress to cross the woods to get to church. But these woods are packed with big bad wolves who carry big terrible tools. Lily crosses these woods like Little Red Riding Hood, kicking stones and counting grass strands. When out comes one with sweets in each hand, he stands there waiting for the right moment. Lily smiles. She reaches for the licorice. His fist tightens. She says, please. His fist lightens. He throws it on the ground. She turns around, bends over to reach it. He can't resist it. He grabs a dress and lifts it. She gets up smiling, hindered from the coming harm. From his arm descends a knife, which he grabs with his right palm, and with his left he grabs her by the chest, puts the knife on her neck, and then tells her not to scream, while Lily stands there scared and she wets herself. You see, he has done more than scare Lily, but has made her fear the touch of any man. 'Cause behind that mask could be her dad. He notes the puddle that has formed at the base of her feet. He congratulates her silence with an ice mint sweet and then kisses her on the cheek, then on the neck, then rips Lily's dress from the back. Lily screams. It's not the first time that this forest has swallowed girls and had them drowning in the madness of their rapists. Men trying to cleanse themselves with the blood of virgins. This virus is no longer just a charge of the blood, but a state of the mind. It's not the first time that we have gathered here between these trees to wash the blood of our daughters without tears from these leaves. It's not the first time that this forest has shielded these men, had them running back to the shadows. We are raped and carved by men we know, regular Joes, people to whom we have opened our doors, and we still get back to our houses to give arms and legs to men who barely look at us women who wear our skins with stitches on our kitchen walls. Our blood is still dripping, our knees are ripped and torn from trying to scrape pieces of ourselves from our bedroom floors. Our sheets smell of mistresses where our men make empty promises. Too many times have we had to wash our spirits and leave them out to dry, to lose pieces of it to judgmental eyes. We are trapped in marriages that comfort us with violence, and we still have to watch our daughters turn to scraps by men who autograph their skins with scars, marks that scream, he has been here, he has been here, he has been everywhere. Too many times have they came, seen, and left us in tatters. Pieces of us are still scattered between these trees. We have been too tolerant. We readily forgive them. We must burn down these trees. We must burn down this forest so we can finally see them for who they are, these savages.
I'm out of words.
Like a calling, right?
That's a. It's not. It doesn't sound like it.
It is a calling.
I'm out of words. I'm out of words, pushing back tears and not trying to be so engrossed in Lily Blues, Zewande Bhengu. Oh my God, my brother. Woo! Thobani.
Yeah, was it?
Ay. No pressure.
Oh no, you can't even say that. He's the master.
He's the master at this. All right.
I am speaking on something totally different, though.
All right. Awesome. Variety is the spice of life.
Yeah. Anyway, this poem is we should, as people, not just as artists, allow processes to take their due course. Right.
Yes.
I have taught myself how not to feel. A man reduced to an obsession of his own neurology, a brain geek, consumed by algorithms of only logical activity, motion, set free. I have let irrationality abandon me. Emptiness has become a feeling. Maya Angelou lied. I still can't remember the pain, but I can recall I cried. Love comes more naturally to the heart, but never the mind. So never mind an empty ribcage, most imperative a spine, to a skeleton of whys, fatherless melanin like yin unjustified, Taiji too without light, the other half of the ultimate supreme, flickering in the distance, a bottomless tunnel it seems, a kingdom of yang in all its persistence, the wormhole to my compassionate self, searching for solitude in the soliloquy I sang, playing the cards I've been dealt, cracking the codes of moonwalking on quicksand, meditating on the art of spiritual stealth, realizing that sometimes it takes broken keys for music to start searching in the belly of a beast, the only organ that can navigate you to a man's heart. But as that nothingness weighs heavy, I meet an earth child with an empty ribcage like mine, almost synchronized, fingers to neck for pulse check. Why? Y equals mx plus c, an equation of a straight line, a concept of no life, third eye gone blind. We feed ourselves to the animal skins of the slaughtered lamb of sacrifice. These skins, they form the top of our eardrums because when sound waves speak, that is the closest thing we know to heartbeats. I hope someone out there knows that somewhere in this black hole there's a diamond. I hope Gemini knows I'm a descendant of a poetic bloodline, because sometimes this metaphorical reciting rhythm and rhyme cannot guarantee the return of my emotions at the end of time. And at the end of time, I may not have these lines to hide behind. This emotion is too heavy for paper, so I'll explore it next time. And learning how to be cold is a daunting task. My ink frozen is the evidence of questions warmth could never ask, like, where do abandoned hearts go to bask? I heard that empty chests were not built to last. I have become a man reduced to flawless logic, a master of mind. Master, mind, master, never mind.
Yeah. Where do broken hearts go to bars? Because I heard empty rib cages.
Empty chests were not made to last.
Yay. Of course an empty chest cannot last. Oh my God. Is that empty?
It was at a point.
Because I heard some of that.
It was acknowledging that we can't fight processes. If I feel empty, I should be empty. And if I'm cold, I should be cold. It is the process.
Okay. We ready for round 2?
The next poem is about domestic abuse, but it is a slightly different take.
All right.
Yeah. So
Hit me.
let's go. I used to read my father's palm. I think he is the universe. I still struggle to read mother's palm. Her fingers are constantly clenched, holding on to a somber strife. Mother has pilgrims for arms. Her hands, nomads, to the universe they run, repeatedly, roving relentlessly, a purge of patriarchal propensity. This is a story of abuse. Moving mountains, she said. Mother's pilgrims come to the universe to pray. Maybe this is why Dad hates religion, because he is offered as sacrifice. Mother doesn't need brooms. She sweeps our floors with my father's pride. In my house, we use the Richter scale to tell the time. The dead silence is a sign of her imminent arrival. She carries a minefield with her. It fills any space that surrounds. It is never amiss when she strikes. Conversation happens in rounds. We all have a lot to say, but unfortunately body language bound. She has the gift of jab. Apparently actions speak loud. Our cupboards tremble and shake. Our walls are beginning to go deaf. My family is built on tectonic plates. Mother is a volcano. A succession of eruptions, blow by blow. She bullies him into a bloodbath, trying to cleanse sins of her own. See, Dad hasn't always had blue eyes or his skin deformed, but Mother burns like lava. Our pictures are melting off the walls, our memories out of focus, because an eye for an eye. He can only brave a crooked smile because a fist for a tooth. It's difficult to breathe. In a house with no windows, it is hard to see at the end of a tunnel that has lost its hope. She throws stones with ease. Glass houses weren't built for people this broken. This is a story of abuse. A handsome beauty and a beautiful beast, a bellowing belly, and she seldom fails to feed. She is power hungry and lives on his silent screams. He called her his heart. Now she doesn't stop beating. His eyes are perpetually bleeding. I am stunned. I am drowning in his teary floods. I am numb. He seems to have formed fins. I am going blind, teaching my third eye how to swim. Mother broke my universe. She took away my sky and dared me to fly. Maybe this is why Dad hates religion. Or maybe Jesus' family tree was too complicated for him to understand. Or maybe Muhammad spent too much time preparing for paradise that he left us with a hell to inherit. But whatever the case is, one day that Richter scale will break. Her nomads will cease to arrive. Her pilgrims will travel less. And our walls will have normal secrets to listen to. Or at least that's my hope for a different truth. Until then, Dad rewrites the universe into my palms. He tells me to give away as much sky as I can at every chance. He says God seeps from the inside out, so in my every word he should reside. My father, a broken man that refuses to dim his light. Mother, an abusive woman that guarantees darkness with the fall of every night. I, a son that cries himself to sleep with a daunting task and rises with a reality to rewrite, a pen and a sheet. This is how broken little boys survive. We live at horizons, getting high on mirages, and return to wonder that maybe not every woman is a mother.
Yeah.
We often shy away from speaking about males being abused by the females in their household, and I felt as though it was time to draw some attention to things like that.
Yeah, this is you see, this is what I'm talking about. And I'm saying, I mean, a revolution. How come this is just, I mean, we need to consume this. I have seen something in my family of the sort. I have seen a female who will beat up a man. She will hit a window with her fist and it'll break. And, so these are things that have happened. What are you giving me next?
The poem I'm going to be performing is about the feud, I think, between Palestine and Israel.
Yes.
Wow. Let's go.
Children of Palestine, daughters and sons of slaughter, children of suicide, who grow up eating blood and mortar, children of genocide, who now eat bullets and torture, children of landmines. Explosions are encoded into your laughter, children of atom bombs who have to go out looking for their parents the morning after, children of firearms whose life ends in Gaza. There was life here, where children now lay without arms and without legs, where the earth is a burden and the sun never falls, where the wind is a tyrant and the sky never dawns, where fear never sleeps and breath is a torment, where children never speak of their mothers who are raped and tortured. Peace has no profit, so war is the answer. The media is an accomplice, cause money is an anchor. Silver spoon children are made apprentice on how to make banter of a country that's in tatters, and God never answers. These apprentices are taught how to weave music from the sounds of screeching beings. Their fathers are conductors of these symphonies. They compose music from the sounds of bombs, guns, and screams. And in the silence, they let go a smooth crescendo. From the music, a child loses his torso, his home turned to a no-go zone. In the army, this tune is well known. From the front lines to the back row, they stand as an orchestra, playing guns and kill miner and bombs and explosions sharp. Their wind instruments are tanks that blow homes in thunder. The back rifles are drumming attacks. Families ripped and torn asunder. This orchestra is funded by corporates and banks. So is it any wonder the media just comes and dances here? They get paid to pretend to care. Children do not see for themselves. Children do not see for themselves. They carry explosion packs laid on by foreign hands. Can you imagine your own children? You can see it in their eyes. A part of them wants to forgive and forget and move on. The other parts are still splattered on the wall.
Okay, guys, y'all are young, but your subject matter is so hard, it's so deep.
I have an idea.
What?
I have an idea.
What?
Freestyle.
Yeah.
All right.
To customize, right? What subject matter do you want us to?
Love.
Whispering doesn't always have to be sweet. Sometimes they can be magical. Sometimes I can swerve on curves.
But these curves have never been kind and constantly jagged. I'm constantly tripping and falling in love, and I'm constantly getting hurt by these women.
Pain.
This pain never ends.
But what if we never fell from the sky? We would never need to endure the pain of walking. We would engage in a perpetual peace.
But this peace has left us in pieces, because it all constantly turns into scissors that tears us apart. Our
Beauty.
torsos are just souls looking for a home.
Not everything was meant to be beautiful, but you inspire.
Like
I've never been one to like being inspired by simple things, like lack of use of language, like so many times as if I'm stumbling on my word. It's
the ocean.
Like using similes to describe a love as deep as the ocean. It's absurd. It's deterred. I could never hug the emotions I feel for you, because they are simply too big, almost The size of a
Space.
whale that is the size of a car.
The car that landed into space and found itself stranded and abandoned. But perhaps we've just parked here for a little while we wait for the human touch, something godly from the side and the shoulders descending from our left arm.
Angel.
Maybe infinity is not too far away for our kind. Every time stands still in the moments our lips touch.
Love.
And in that moment, perhaps in that moment when everything is still and we are still touching, that love could forever hold us together.
I think he closed it off well. I think he did it good.
Oh, that was gorgeous. That was beautiful. I was running out of words. Oh my goodness. This has been one amazing, 40 minutes, however long we've been here together. Guys.
Power 98.7. Now we're talking. We're talking.